They're all 50s cards, different ones.
Baseball is Ryan Hans's life.
Just watching it on TV, I started watching it, and it was something I wanted to do.
Hans started playing baseball when he was just 7 years old, but his career nearly came to an end a few weeks ago.
A bunch of boys, having fun playing, America's pastime. I mean, it was the neatest thing I've ever seen of, it was just fun baseball.
Hans plays on a summer traveling all-star team, the Northwest Missouri All-Stars, and during the regional tournament in Illinois, taking on the Michigan squad, with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the 4th inning, Hans's career flashed before his eyes.
And I threw my sinker in.
I knew this was a hard-hitting team. They were really hitting the ball.
It's so quick I couldn't get out of the way, and it hit me right in the head. And I went face first into the mound.
We weren't sure how extensive the injuries were. Of course, taking the ball like that in the head, you never know.
I couldn't believe it. It just was the most scariest moment to see your kid get knocked out and go face first into the mound and motionless. I mean, just the scariest thing I've ever seen.
I didn't know what happened to me.
A fractured skull from the top of his head past his right ear, severe brain bruising, a concussion, and bleeding on the brain. And somehow, Ryan is out of the hospital, gradually resuming everyday life.
They feel like this will all heal on its own, but it's going to take, some time to heal.
And on their way back home from the hospital, the Hanses learned of a major leaguer who suffered a similar injury.
9-3 this season with the Memphis Redbirds.
St. Louis Cardinals pitcher Daniel Ponce de Leon was struck by a line drive back on May 9, 2017.
And it hits the pitcher, and he is down and hurts.
And on July 23, 2018, Ponce de Leon threw 7 hitless innings against the Reds.
Seeing him go back out there and throwing a no-hitter, it just makes me want to go back out there and try and do the same as him.
The major leaguer called Ryan Tuesday.
Hey, this is Ryan.
Offering words of encouragement during Ryan's quest back to the mound, providing the 15-year-old sophomore all the encouragement he needs.
It made me real happy.
Ryan's talking about now that he wants to try to get out there again and do this.
To have somebody from the outside come and say you can do this makes a big deal.
From cards to get well soon packages from the Kansas City Royals to a phone call from a major leaguer, Ryan Hans has one goal on his mind.
I want to keep pitching and keep staying with it.
Chris Roush, KQ2, your local news leader.